I am the chair of the advisory group on advanced technologies of UN CFACT. Uh, the advisory group on advanced technologies in trade and logistics was formed last year, and it is formed by experts working in all kind of situations, from private sector, government, intergovernmental organizations, non-profits, etc., and academia, of course. I would like to point out that Ms. Nina Dukozov, she's the deputy chair of the advisory group, and she's a great expert and giving a lot of high-level contribution on the topics related to blockchain. Of course, my presentation is not going to be technical. I'm just going to give you an overview of what we do. So this advisory group is there to monitor and to analyze and to study the technological developments and the possible use cases, so that we can apply advanced technologies to facilitate international trade and e-business. And of course, there is a lot of benefit that can be derived from digital technologies and from blockchain in particular. We are organized along we're working on 4 working areas, those listed here: technical monitoring, implementation challenges and good practices, support of strategic dialogue with key external stakeholders, and proposals for new developments. But by the way, if you are not an expert the of the advisory group, I will encourage you to go to our website and apply for being an expert. We run several consultations with experts, a few of them, on specific topics, and your contribution would be highly valuable. Of course, we have worked on blockchain because of its characteristics and transparency and integrity, and these are very relevant when you deal with international trade, because international trust is something. While trust on a national level is difficult, but is more easily achievable at international level, trust is definitely a major issue. And so international trade can benefit from the adoption of a trade supporting blockchain. We ran a survey among our experts on the challenges brought by COVID-19 to international trade, and from that survey we published a report, and in that report we had a number of blockchain related applications. I would like to mention it was a couple of months ago, and at that time nobody was still yet speaking of, almost nobody in governmental environments was already speaking about credentials, digital credentials of certification or vaccination. And we had one of our recommendations was to look to self-sovereign identity and to build a system for cross-border international certification of vaccination or testing or PCR testing. Okay, and that of course because blockchain it's very helpful, allowing people to interoperate on a global scale, accessing trustworthy information. Is what it was pointed out before in the presentation by Michael, that one of the key points is building the trust of the trustable organization. So, and that of course is a role that states can have a significant role in that area. Also related to link to in Europe to the EIDAS framework, of course. Okay. The blockchain, as I said, blockchain enables interoperable exchange and easy access to trustworthy information, and that, in our context, can be used by the 4 pillars of circular supply chains, like using renewable resources and certifying its use, repairing and reusing assets to extend product life, and certifying the interventions that have been made, creating information sharing platform and information related to these products, and promoting the use of products as a service, which is something that can be enabled by a trust infrastructure. Um, then I the most obvious application, and one in which we have done most work in the past years, is the transparent supply chain tracking. And there are a number of experiences that have been highlighted also in a workshop that we ran a couple of months ago to support supply chain issues and certification related to human rights abuses, violations of international law, and the impact on communities, in order to try to uh, improve the quality of the behavior of the supply chains and trade and logistics, and to be towards more sustainable practices. Um, we are now presently working on artificial intelligence, and of course, artificial intelligence can benefit a lot from blockchain certified source of data. And we are going to release a report. This is somehow an announcement. We are going to release a report on artificial intelligence very soon. Um, our the future our future areas of interest where we're going to make some work, where I'm considering making some work, are smart contracts, and of course that's very relevant. It's been highlighted a number of talks before. Decentralization, because in an international environment, decentralization is very important, where you don't have a single governance for overseeing all the processes. And self-sovereign identity, as I mentioned. By the way, I'm also the chairman of the Italian Digital Agency, and we have built our EIDAS system, identity system, which is called SPID. As a matter of fact, we built that uh, before EIDAS was in place, but then of course, we certified that as an EIDAS, under EIDAS, and we are now considering the possibility of moving or experimenting self-sovereign identity related to our national state identity. But that's an area where we are making some thoughts and brainstorming at the moment. And as I said, then one of our areas of interest is the support of more sustainable economic models, and of course, certification, international certification, cross-border certification, uh, using blockchains to store and provide trustworthy data about the products, the processes, the local impacts, etc., can help in promoting more sustainable and trustworthy and transparent value chains. If you want to learn more, if you want to apply to the group of experts, you can. That's the URL of our website. And for additional resources, you can find them in the presentation. I don't know if it's going to be shared. You can find them on these links. And that's all for today. Thank you for your attention.